The only constant in life is change. We undergo physical and mental transformations at all times. Some changes happen by accident, while others are intentional. Some are imposed upon us, while others are driven by our own choices. But regardless of how they come about, change is inevitable. Changing for the better is progress. We have the power to reshape our mindset, behaviors, and values. We can develop new skills, build better habits, and refine our thoughts, actions, and responses. We can also alter our influences and associations. Ultimately, we are all capable of change, if we truly desire it. True self-help is the ability to change for good. It's about consciously directing ourselves toward where we want to go. This requires us to seek valuable advice and reflect on transformative ideas that can positively impact our lives. Ironically, while change is necessary, humans only embrace it when they have strong internal reasons to do so. Whether consciously or subconsciously, we change in response to emotional triggers, such as inspiration, desperation, or frustration. This is why people say, reasons come first and answers come second. If you want to change, you must have a compelling reason, sometimes even one greater than yourself. I remember my first mentor, Simon, asking me, "What books do you read?" At that time, the only thing I read was Hot Rod magazine. He clarified, "What do you read for purpose?" My answer was, "Nothing." That first week, he introduced me to a book called The Traveler's Gift by Andy Andrews. Reading it changed my life. It gave me a new sense of belief, confidence, and knowledge I had never experienced before. Schools never taught us these lessons. It wasn't until I actively sought knowledge that I realized something powerful. People like Henry Ford and Andrew Carnegie, despite facing immense struggles, were no different from me. They grew up with hardships, but they learned, adapted, and persevered. The key realization? Growth comes from learning. In life, you're either growing or dying. The choice is yours. Change is difficult because it demands new behaviors, different mindsets, and a willingness to feel vulnerable, even to fail. Many underestimate how challenging change can be. Either consider Dianetate's center madam willpower alone isn't always enough. Some habits are so deeply ingrained that they override conscious decisions. This is known as the willpower trap. Psychologist Carrie Patterson, author of Change Anything, describes this cycle. People make heroic commitments to change. Their motivation erodes over time, and they eventually relapse into old habits. They believe they're making progress, but in reality, they're just walking on a treadmill, expending effort but going nowhere. The key to lasting change isn't forcing monumental shifts overnight. Instead, it's about making small, consistent adjustments. Tiny habits, when practiced repeatedly, have a compounding effect and can lead to major transformations. Habits shape our lives. Nearly 40% of our daily actions are habitual, whether positive or negative. If we want different results, we must change our habits. The good news? Habits don't disappear. They are simply replaced by new ones. To create meaningful change, we must first identify our existing habits. Take inventory of your daily routine. What do you do the moment you wake up? What are your automatic reactions to situations? Some habits, like getting irritated in traffic or always focusing on the negative, can be toxic. Write down your habits from morning to night, then categorize them. Circle good habits in blue, ones you want to keep. Circle bad habits in red, ones you want to change. Now, list replacements for your negative habits. For example, replace watching TV before bed with reading a book, swap sugary drinks for water, exchange scrolling through social media for learning a new skill. Once you identify what needs to change, the next step is establishing a routine. This could mean developing a new sleep schedule, setting boundaries with technology, or incorporating daily relaxation exercises. A habit tracker or journal can help maintain momentum. One effective method is habit stacking, attaching a new habit to an existing one to make it automatic. Instead of setting separate reminders, integrate habits into your routine. For example, after brushing your teeth, drink a glass of water. After finishing your morning tea, do 10 push-ups. After getting out of bed, Make your bed immediately. By stacking new behaviors onto existing habits, you create rituals that feel natural rather than forced. This eliminates procrastination and turns change into a structured routine. The key to change is consistency. Small, repeated efforts lead to significant transformations over time. But it's also crucial to recognize the difference between what you can change and what you can't. The Serenity Prayer wisely states, "Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference." Focus on what you can control. Don't let minor inconveniences dictate your entire day. I used to let small things, like a spilled drink, ruin my morning, which then affected my entire day. But I learned to let go. Instead of reacting negatively to everyday frustrations, shift your perspective. If someone honks at you in traffic, wave and wish them a good day instead of engaging in road rage. When you stop giving energy to negativity, you remain in control of your emotions. So far, we've explored how attitudes shape our reality, how beliefs influence our mindset, and how shifting priorities can change our lives. But one final piece of the puzzle remains: occupying your mind with something meaningful. Your mind is a goal-seeking mechanism. What you focus on expands. Dreaming big and setting goals fuels your motivation. If your goals don't scare you, they're not big enough. If people don't look at you like you're crazy when you share your dreams, you're not thinking boldly enough. Look at yourself in the mirror and ask, why shouldn't I aim for a better life? Why settle for mediocrity? Why not pursue a bigger dream? The mind is always in pursuit of something. It can chase fears and limitations, or it can move toward love, success, and fulfillment. The choice is yours. When you set clear goals and visualize your ideal life, you gain clarity and direction. Your vision should encompass all aspects: health, wealth, happiness, and relationships. Instead of drifting aimlessly, align your mindset with opportunities. Ask yourself, what does my ideal day look like? What does a successful year mean to me? What would a fulfilling life include? Then, having a vision allows you to recognize and seize opportunities as they arise. When your mindset shifts, everything around you transforms. Remember, when your mindset changes, your world changes.